What's up, guys? If you follow the channel, you know that we're working on this 1978 Honda PA50II. Today, I have to do a transmission oil change, which is located in the rear wheel, because I want to replace the gasket and also add new oil to it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to take the wheel off, how to install the gasket, what kind of tools you're going to need, and how the insides look. All right, so starting with the stuff you're going to need, I suggest having some gloves. We have our gasket, sockets, a screwdriver, and then also the oil that we're going to be using is 80W90. I almost forgot, you're going to need this very specific puller for the pulley here. So if you don't have this, you will not be able to get into your transmission, but you can still do an oil change. So to start, let's go ahead and take off our side covers on both left and right side. Now on your bike, this belt is probably going to be a lot tighter, and you can adjust that right here. With the swing, you have to loosen both sides, and then you can swing the wheel back or forwards. Now to take this belt off, which we will need to do, you're going to want to loosen both the top and bottom on both sides, and this will be a 13 millimeter. All right, now you can shift your wheel forwards and go ahead and pretty much just take the belt off. And you'll want to inspect this belt while you're doing this job. Mine's brand new, so no need. Now on the other side, you're gonna need a 10 millimeter, and this is your chain tensioner. You can go ahead and just take your chain off, and that's really all you need to do to take this wheel off. So we're gonna go ahead and take the bolts out now and remove the wheel. I also forgot that you'll have a brake line coming through this hole. It'll attach here and here. You just have to unscrew that, and then you can simply slip it back through. If you have some wood lying around, it's pretty helpful to put your kickstand on it to elevate the bike so you can take the back wheel off a little easier. You'll simply just pull out and down. There we go. Perfect. All right, we have to take this pulley off. It's going to be a 14 millimeter. Time to install this little doohickey here. You're going to go ahead and thread it in until it's tight enough, and then tighten the bolt down. Grab the bottom part and simply tighten the bolt down. Now we're going to need our screwdriver here. Be careful of this. This is spring loaded. Then you can go ahead and crack your case, and you'll want to be real careful on how you take everything off. This piece right here is spring loaded, so be very careful when taking this off, because if it's in the right position, everything will just fly right out. So we'll go ahead and run through this. Everything has a washer. You can see there's a washer there. There's a washer here. This has a washer on that. There's a big washer here, which goes on this guy. Like I said, this is spring loaded. You can take this off. You want to push down, match the grooves up, and then it comes off. There's a spring under it. That's what you're looking at, guys. I've already gone ahead and cleaned up the majority of mine. But now it's time to reinstall everything, put that brand new gasket on it, add some oil, and then put it back on the bike. Now, one trick that I have learned to prevent any kind of oil leaks is to pre-lubricate the gasket. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much just put a little bit on my finger. It'll just kind of go over the entire gasket, make sure it has a nice wet seal to it. Again, guys, there's also a washer right here, so make sure that that goes back on when you're installing this. And there's also a washer here, and you don't want those to fall off in here when you're installing this. You can just put that washer right down there. Put a few in here so your case doesn't pop up when you do inevitably accidentally spin it. Now we can reinstall all the bolts and put it right back on the bike. Now, when you do this oil change, this bolt right here is going to be your fill, and it's also going to be your drain. You're going to have to lean the entire bike over on its side to get that oil out, but because we have the wheel off, it's the easiest process we could do. The manual suggests 70 cc of oil, which is about 2.3 to 2.4 fluid ounces. This drain plug is another 14 millimeter. When you do take this off, you'll want to inspect your washer to make sure that it's in an okay condition, Ours isn't great, so we're gonna go ahead and replace that. Go ahead and install your oil. Again, it's 70 cc's or about 2.3 to 2.4 fluid ounces of oil. And then go ahead and install your bolt again, and we're gonna reinstall our wheel. Then to reinstall our wheel, we're gonna just do the opposite of what we did to take it off. Make sure you line both of the holes up on each side and insert it, put your bolts in, and then we're good to go. We can reinstall our pulley. So there you go, guys. That is a look at your transmission and also how to do an oil change. If you guys want me to just do a separate oil change video, let me know. I'll probably end up doing that myself because this got pretty confusing through the whole entire video. Make sure to follow us on all of the social medias and don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks, guys.